about to go ahead and do, right? Now, we are going to look into for Cowork. And with regard to this, if you remember, I told you about three products. One is Claude Chat, another is Claude Cowork, and the third one is Claude Code. I told you Claude Chat when you want to go ahead and do conversation first kind of a thing, where you just want to be a starter. When you have a specific goal, you can go with Claude Cowork. And when you want to go ahead and do a development work, you can go for Claude Code. Give an analogy, Claude Cowork is a developer tool for non-developers. So if you want to go ahead and read files, execute multi-step plans, written or finished deliverables, which you would like to go ahead and do via terminal, rather than doing via terminal, you can go ahead and use it as a natural language prompt without looking into the terminal directly by using you can say Claude Cowork, which is a desktop agent. Apart from that, we will talk about different agents as being specified like Chrome, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook. We do have Claude agents available there also. We're going to touch base upon all those aspects also. I did talk about the different interfaces and what does it provide, what does it return, okay, and how does it run. Okay, all those aspects you can go ahead and see directly on the screen, which we have already discussed. Now let us look into how to work with Claude Cowork. Now, if you remember, I told you need to have a clear outcome, and then you need to give the correct context, the right files you need to provide. If you give a garbage in, it is going to give you a garbage out. Even if you use AI, okay, you need to dump the correct content, okay, to the AI, or you can say context to the AI so that it can work with your data to be able to make sense. It's more like if you're going to help if you want to get a work done from your subordinate or maybe from your team member, you need to give him the correct set of tools or maybe the information so that he can work and act upon that tool and information. So context is very important. And then you need to be pretty sure what kind of output do you want? Who is the audience? What should be the format? How much should be the length? The more specific you give, the less it is going to iterate you to answer. So it's very important that you have a clear goal, the context with respect to the content and the output that you want to go ahead and have. And in regard to that, let us just try to find the process. So the process is pretty simple. You find, you gather, you give access, and you are able to see the magic. So first find all the relevant files in your system on which you want to work, put them in a single place, maybe in a one project or maybe in a one folder, which you're going to give the context to the Claude. Then the moment you're going to give context, you give access to the Claude to that file, and then you can go ahead and describe the outcome and watch the plan in picture. So this is what we are going to go ahead and do. And in regard to this, let us just try to look into a very important demo that we can go ahead and do. I want to do document synthesis. Okay, so this is what we are trying to go ahead and do. In this, if you see, I will show you what are the things that we are trying to go ahead and do. So these are the things that we are trying to go ahead and carry out. Okay. Now, when I say document synthesis, this is what we will do. We have 4 demos that I'm going to show you. First, you're going to do folder organization at scale. Then you are going to synthesize reports. That means you're going to build reports. You are going to create a spreadsheet from some receipts. So I have some images and I want to create a spreadsheet out of that image content. Maybe some receipts are there. And then we are going to do a cross-source contract review. We have got a lot of document with respect to contracts, and we want to go ahead and cross-reference those documents to be able to review the contract for the entire, you can say, maybe for the organization or for that specific cohort. So we are going to see all these labs right now. And to do this, what I'm going to do, we'll go to the Claude. I'm going to go ahead and change the project folder. I'm going to select a different folder. So let me choose a different folder. The moment I choose a different folder, let me go to my Claude workshop. I'm going to select this folder. Herein I have got lab files, and I'm going to select the messy folder option again. So this is the messy folder, and I'm going to show you what do we have in this messy folder. I've selected that messy folder right now, and I'm going to allow it to access my files and the subfolders that might be there. So the same thing that I've done right now. Now, the first lab, if you see, or the demo is folder organization at scale. So we are going to co-work, okay, or you can say we are going to group the files by topic, not just by extension, which we have already seen. We'll just see it once more so that we can read the content to categorize. So here we do have a lot of content that I'm going to show. So these are the contents that I have. I have got this many documents. You can see I have got some chart. Okay, you can see I've got a chart. I have also got a conference zip file wherein someone has written the intro and the out row of the conference. Then I have got some connection markdown file. If you can see, I've got a markdown wherein I have written the information about the pooling design. Then I've got a dashboard matrix. You can see all this information. And I've got other stuff also that you can see right now. It's a little more messy with regard to what we had earlier. If you see, I've got some untitled file. Let me just open. What do we have in this untitled file? There is a temporary file wherein we have some information with regard to, I don't know what is the context. There is some TCP, IP, some information is there, which I want my Claude to be able to go ahead and organize for. So I've got an article also in HTML. Someone has written an article. I can see all those aspects. I've got a Slack screenshot. Again, you can see. So I've got a lot of information, and I'm going to, here you can see vendor pricing compare, lot of information. Maybe this is the information that we have in a download folder, and I want to go ahead and organize it. So if I want to go ahead and organize it, what I'm going to go ahead and do, the same thing that you can see here. I want to group by topic, not by extension. Okay. Read content to categorize. I'm just going to use the same prompt. Group by topic. Okay, not by extension. Read content to categorize. I'm just putting the folder on the line. Here you can see this is the folder. I hope you can see this is the folder. Okay, you can open this folder from here itself. And the moment I go ahead and open, I can even carry out another task. If I have another task that I wanted to carry out, I can even specify that task. Okay. You can put another task in the queue. Absolutely possible. You can put multiple tasks and it will automatically complete one task and take another task. So you can put the task on the queue. Okay. If you want. Right now, it is able to go ahead and read the files. If you can see, read the content of the file, getting a clear picture of every file's content. Let me build the folder structure. And this is going to come with confidence, to be very honest. How do you trust? You need to iterate. Right now, you can see it is doing some documents. Can you see? It's saying April 14 incident, Q2 planning, customers, Blue Peak, customers, WaveCorp, these are some customers, hiring documents, people's meeting, data export, code artifact, archives, personal information like birthday party planning, receipt, duplicates, and unsorted files. It is able to go ahead and give everything for us. And now it is trying to move them into the folders. Okay. If you want to see the result, you can just click on this and you can see the result, which is not our case right now as a business user. But right now, how do I iterate? I need to trust the system only when I am going to iterate it over and over again. Right now, I can see that it is using the file system connector. File system connector, I have already connected, can actually move the files. So I have a connector option here. And here you can see I have enabled file system connector. So it can move the file. Windows connector can copy the files also. So you can use Windows MCP. And sometimes it can also use file system connector also. And there are other connectors also, like a LinkedIn connector can research the LinkedIn also. So this is what I'm able to go ahead and do. It's moving all the files because it's a little complex, because there were lots of files, right? So it is trying to move all the files. On top of this, I'll say create a README of what you did in docs, urgent and short, outside the folder. I'm going to put this message in the queue. I want to have a README of what is happening. Now I just put a message and now it's going to just take that message also. First, it will finish the moves and then write the docs right away. So I want to have a docs of what you have done, like how you have moved. If you see, it gave me this information. Maybe I want to have this information directly in the docs file so that I can understand what has been moved. Almost done. It's handling the remaining PDFs. There are lots of files to be very honest. All files moved. Now writing the README docs, if you can see. So let it write the README docs. All right. Let us come up here maybe. And here you can see everything is in place. Now, if you want to verify, you can see it's all related to that same thing. April 14 incident, connection pooling design, one-on-one Marcus April 14, how to run effective post-mortem. So there was some incident that happened. So it's everything is there in the correct way. It's April only, saved April, and it's connected to this file. That's the reason it is able to take it here. Okay, everything is in place, and it has even written a README file, if you can see. But I wanted a README file in docs, so it is going to write a README file in docs. Earlier, it did write the README file, which you can see. This is the README file, if I can just show you. Whatever has happened, okay, by the arrangement, you can see everything here itself. So if you see, you can have a README file, which is absolutely. Now here you can see folder reorganization README. And here I can see all those README files. What was done? Renaming decision, action needed. There are some action needed also. Okay. Duplicate review. You can see all this information in place. So this has been taken care. One of the things that we wanted to understand is we have folders at scale and you want to organize. To be very honest, I wanted to organize the content that I have in my Google Drive. Okay. I had the content in Google Drive and I was able to organize around GBs of data, around 100 GB of data I had. And it took an hour, but it was able to organize all the content within my Google Drive. So if I want to organize the content within a folder in a drive, I can even specify that and it will be able to go ahead and do organization, delete the unimportant file. But before deletion, it's important that you invoke it yourself that please let me know before you go ahead and delete. So ask before acting is something that you can do before anything is getting deleted. Now let us look into another thing, synthesizing reports. Okay, so I'll just show you what do we have in place. I'll just come out of it. So I have got a source report. Here you can see there is a report. Okay, customer success, engineering Q1 status, quarter one status. This is customer success theme. This is the quarter one status, and this is the product roadmap. Okay, so if I open this, here you can see there is a customer success Q1 theme that has been written. How we read Q1, what we hear consistently in customer call. Okay, it has been written by the team. And you can see what I want from leadership. Everything has been written in this document. Let us just come out of it. Here you can see the status of quarter one from the engineering department. This is Q1 in summary, what we shipped, what didn't go well. Q2 priorities, hiring status, top risk, ask of the leadership team. So one is the ask from the work from the engineering team and the ask, and another is from the customer success team. Third one is product Q1 roadmap review. So this is executive summary. Okay, shipped, cancelled, reliability and customer impact. Everything we have it here with respect to the product. Okay. Now, what we want to go ahead and do is we want to see where the team disagree, surface tension in a single report. Okay. Like where teams disagree, we want to go ahead and find that, right? So maybe I'm just going to come up here. Let me open up a new task. Let me change the folder. So maybe I'm going to go ahead and look into another folder, which is source report. Let me select the folder. Let me always allow right now. And I'm going to say, help me synthesize the reports. Please forgive me, the reports from 3 departments. And basically on disagreement. Now, let me just check. That's okay. Department spelling, that's okay, fine. So right now I'm using a Claude Sonnet. Again, I'm not using the best model, but still I'm able to get the task done. If you see, again, the working folder is there. This is my working folder. I hope I have given the correct folder, source report. Showing two, maybe I just need to check. I hope I have given the correct folder. So we are able to again run a task on top of it. I think I give multiple folders. I just had to give one. But let us just see whether it is able to pick up the correct source reports folder. I should not have given two, but I think I gave two. So let us just wait. Let us just see. I think I have given two, but let us just wait. I think I have given the main folder, which is understanding cowork, rather than giving the subfolder, which is source report. But let us just see what it is able to go ahead and do. If there is any error while reading the document, it will automatically try to heal on its own without intervention of here. So it will try to synthesize the document, run some what you can say softwares that are required to be executed to run that document. Maybe there is a docs file which required to be read using a particular extension. So it is automatically going to install it in your system, try to get the things done for you, and try to give you a report. So if you want to synthesize any disagreement within a team, if you want to have a synthesis, you can even go ahead and check for synthesis. Agreement, disagreement, you can find. So here you can see, I am able to see what, okay, I think it has given us overall, because I think I gave more than this, right? So let me just see what am I able to get. Yeah, disagreement. I hope you all can see. If I click on this, if you can see, this is what it has. And I did not give anything. If I wanted to give my own parameters, I would have told. I told topic, engineering, product, customer success, tension gap. It's saying query router review timeline. Engineering is saying 8 to 12 weeks. Product is saying 9 weeks. Not mentioned. Product treats analytics as a slip buffer. Engineering says no new work at all. CS is promising nothing, but customer will ask. Now, if you see, we are able to get a proper gap analysis, which is really amazing. Is that making sense, everyone? I'm just asking for a confirmation. Everyone? I hope that's okay. So if you want to synthesize reports, again, you can go ahead and do that. Now, maybe I want to create a spreadsheet receipt. I'll just show you that aspect. Shall we move ahead? I hope I'm not going fast. Is my speed okay? Everyone? You can use the chat also. You also have question answers. If you want to ask some questions, okay, if time permits, if there is a particular use case that you would like to discuss with me, I would really appreciate. You can ask a question in the Q&A section also. I would really be taking that. Since you all are there from the start, I would really appreciate you asking questions also. That can be really helpful for me also to be able to learn and grow. All right. Now let me just go ahead and help you understand how can I use spreadsheets from Recep. Before we go ahead and look into that, to be very honest, I'll just add one flavor. Okay. Earlier, it was all about creating AI models, being able to train a machine learning model. Now it's more about to be very effective when it comes to using the tool. The best tool, you need to get your hands dirty as quickly as possible. The more you iterate, the more knowledge you will have, and more better you can serve the customer. This is what I'm trying to make sense from the last 6 months. Though you need to know your basics, but apart from that, if you know, you need to get your hands dirty, right? So you can only get your hands dirty when you're going to go ahead and explore these tools. And the more you iterate, you will be in a better position to go ahead and lead the situation going forward in future. Because to be very honest, considering what is happening right now, you can see a lot of change with respect to the job profile is going to happen, right? And in that regard, I'll again repeat, the more access you have, the more you try using the tools, the best of the tools that are there in the market, the better position you're going to go ahead and get going forward. So that is what my recommendation would be. And sorry to bore you with that recommendation, but let us just look into spreadsheets from Recept if I want to create. So I have some unstructured image and I want to create structured spreadsheets in 30 seconds. It's a gimmick to be saying 30 seconds, but let us just see. So I've got a receipt. I'll just show you. I've got a receipt from Blue Friend Coffee, Lark, Larkspur Hotel, Rampo Subscription, Indigo Airlines, Elanto Bistro. Okay, so maybe I want to go ahead and have a look at that. So I'm creating a new task every time because I want to work with a specific project, right? So maybe I'm going to use a Claude workshop. I'll go to my document synthesis. I've just kept everything arranged. This is very important. I'll select this and I'll select the correct folder. Earlier, I didn't select the correct folder. It was able to make sense in which folder it needs to go, which was amazing. Now I'm going to say, convert this into a spreadsheet using relevant columns and do a total calculation. Okay. Also, please forgive me for the spelling mistake, though AI can handle the spellings. Okay. Do a total calculation. Also, create a pivot table if possible for the context. Let me just make a change here. Again, this is all based on the data that you have. That's what I'm saying. You need to have the access. And other things are there. There are lots of things. We have not seen this progressive task. I'm going to show you this aspect also. Okay, there are a lot of things like when I was building the project for the content for EY, this was automatically being taken into consideration. Now, right now it is saying, what data would you like me to convert into spreadsheet? It's a file in my folder. I think I have added, not, let me just say if I have added, I think I forgot to add a word. Let me just say, I'm just going to add, did I forget? Second. If I forgot, I'll just try to cancel. Let me just, okay, I think I'm not sure. Let me just try this again. Just give me a minute. I think it should be there. The receipts I have already given, right? Receipts I need to specify. Okay, if you want to put a message in the queue again, you can try that out. Right now, it is trying to load the information. I had to just specify that there are receipts, or it will ask questions, right? The better you write the prompt, the better response you're going to get. It's see reading the receipts if you can see. Copy, software. Okay. I have read all the receipts. Now let me create the task and build the spreadsheet. So it's creating a task. It may load a tool from the backend, which can be a software tool to be able to write Excel for you, which is okay. And once this is done, let me build the spreadsheet with all the receipt data. Let me write the Python script to create the Excel file, which is okay for me. Because at the backend, the script is being written to create an Excel file, which we are not able to see. If you want to see that aspect, you can just click on it and you can see the commands also in place. Okay, so it's writing the file. If you want to have a beautified sheet, you can even specify that. If you can see the progress is happening right now, read and build spreadsheet. Here I can even add a question, to this progress task. I can even add a question, beautified. I'm just adding a question, okay, on top of what is already there. So here you can see regarding to do item, I've told building spreadsheet, I just told beautified. I've just added something. So you can ask a question or recommend a change directly in the file. You can ask a question also what is happening. Okay, you can even ask a question or recommend a change to the previous step. Okay, you can ask a question to the existing step. Any step, whatever has been executed, you can go into the pipeline, recommend a change, or maybe ask a question. Absolutely possible. So the process was already done. Okay, if you see the file was already created, if you want, I can just copy the file for the reference. So this is the file that was created earlier. Okay, it has beautified to be very honest. And I've got the pivot summary. I hope that's okay. I think it is already done. It was already beautified, but let me just check how more it is going to go ahead and beautify. Are you able to make sense with respect to Cowork, Claude Cowork? Everyone, how is it beneficial for the work purpose and why we are calling it as an agent? Everyone, is that making sense? Just thank you. Okay, so right now, if you can see, it is trying to beautify the document, just getting an iteration on top of it. This is how developers work, right? Since I've worked with multiple developers, I do know how do they process information. They're able to iterate through the process, and this is pretty amazing. You just add an information, it will iterate. You can ask it to delete a receipt from here. It will automatically build a spreadsheet again based on what you have specified here. So maybe you want to say that, hey, please remove this. This project is already there. You come back to the project, you ask it to reiterate, and it will automatically go ahead and do the task for you. So it's not like whatever is done is final. And it's not like you need to come here over and over again to specify. You can select a topic within the progress and you can get the things done. Now you can see I've got information, everything in place. And let me just see this information. How is it beautified? This is amazing. This is beautified. Okay. You can even specify the color combo. Okay, I can just specify I work for EY. I'm just giving an example. Okay, can you use their logo theme to build? Be quick. I can add it here, or maybe I know this is the step. So I can come up here and I can ask it to. I work for EY. Can you use the logo theme? Now it is going to go to the internet, try to find the color code for the EY logo. And if possible, it will try to go ahead and update the document based on that scenario. So here you can see the result. It is trying to find apply yellow, black, white color scheme and branding to the spreadsheet. It is applying the theme. And here you can see task ID. Basically, I'm doing the third task on the same thing. And now it is creating another task, which is, this is not the third task. This is task progress number 3. Okay, so it's applying the theme, running the command, and it should be able to give me a process once it is completed. So maybe I want to apply a particular theme, I can apply, or I can put the theme directly in the folder. Maybe you have got what you can say, a project presentation template. You can use that project presentation template to create your presentations. So you can put the template in the folder and ask it to review the template whenever it is required to go ahead and create the project presentation and use the particular slide as and when relevant and ask you question before going ahead and giving you the final output. Because right now I'm putting it fast where I'm saying act without asking. I can even ask Claude to pause. It will take time. It's up to you. I'm pretty sure like we are just seeing the demo, but you can iterate through the process before giving the final action. And once you are sure about the result, then you can use the same project over and over again without asking, okay, Claude to ask you. So act without asking is possible. To be very honest, you should go for this only when you are sure about the work that has been done. So if I come to this view expenses thing, here you will be able to see now I've got the result basically in the EY format. I can specify what header, color, and everything I want, but this is amazing that I'm able to get. Okay. Now let us look into the last part, which is again very interesting. Okay. And this is related to cross source contract review. Okay. When I'm talking about this, okay, let me just come back from here. Sample contracts I'm going to open up. Here, this is a contract A, contract B, contract C. Let me open contract A. This is from Pulse Observe, vendor, subscription and use right, terms and termination, fees and payment, data and privacy, SLA, intellectual property, confidentiality, limitation of liability. There are so many things. I'm not sure what it is about, but you can see that we have contracts. People who are into contract, they can make more sense with regard to this. We have software subscription. Then we have got another contract which is related to cloud service agreement. So we have software subscription, cloud service, and we have got one more which is related to master subscription agreement. Okay, these are the three vendors, and I want to make sense out of it. Let me just come up here, and I want to do like I form a defensible recommendation, not just a comparison. I'll ask first. I'll just go to the new project again. I'll come back here again. Let me choose a different folder. Let me come back here. Let me go to Claude Workshop, document file, lab file, sample contracts. Let me open. First, let me just allow and let me try to understand what is there in each file. Explain me in 10 words about each contract here itself. I just want to get an insight with regard to what is there. So explain me in 10 words about each contract here itself. So I'm just trying to make sense what is there in the document first. Because if it would be my folder, I would be aware, right? But since I've just curated this data, to be very honest, using Claude only, so just letting myself know what is there rather than just running the prompt on the go. So this is what we have got. This is from Pulse Observe MSA Cloud Observability Platform Subscription, 3-year term. And this is what they are guaranteeing 99.9% uptime of the services. Trace-Lite distributed tracing software as a service, 1-year opt-in renewal, flexible termination terms. And third one is managed open source observability stack. So one is providing cloud. Everyone is providing observability platform only. So all are related to observability. I want to get a cloud access wherein I can, you can say, observe my resources. Okay, maybe I want to have an observability where I can see end-to-end tracing of my softwares. So this is the contracts that I have. Now let me just come up here, and I want to say form a defensible recommendation, not just a comparison. Form a defensible recommendation, and it is going to do cross resourcing. Okay, it will look into all the contracts, try to form a defensible recommendation to have them. Okay, not a comparison. All right. Again, this is more about being able to, I'll put it this is more about, I want to do cross source contract review. Okay, if you want to go ahead and do that, again, it's up to you to be able to try that aspect also. Let me just close this. All right, just give it some time to be able to complete the task. We'll look into more. Now, what is the primary reason you're evaluating this contract? This is amazing. Legal risk review, budget planning, renewal decision, or buying or procurement. I'll say renewal, maybe buying or procurement. What matters most to your organization? This is a recommendation. Flexible exit rights, security and compliance, price predictability, SLA and reliability. I'll say SLA and reliability, and security and compliance are something that are very important. I'm okay with exit right and price predictability. Okay. Now it is saying which format do you want? In chat or PDF? I'll just say PDF. This is what we are able to do. So it is now, if we would have put this in a skill, I'll tell you what is the skill. Okay. I'll just show you if I click on this folder. Okay. I'm going to understand Cowork. Right now, we cannot see any file here. Let me just see if there is something hidden. Don't see any hidden file. But if you see every time you will see that there is something called as Claude.md. Now, if I click on this, what do we have? Actually, you can specify information. How do you want it to react? So this folder contains marketing information, what should be the tone. So you can write, I'll just say ABC, don't use this. Okay. This is just a rough info. Skip. I'm just putting it here. Okay, I can just click on save. So I'm trying to put a Claude instructions here. So I've just put the instruction. You can see, use this to give Claude instructions for working in this folder. So right now I'm able to go ahead and specify an instruction. How do you need to work in this folder? So we have something called as Claude.md. MD stands for Markdown. Claude is basically the name that you need to give, which is the skill name. Okay. So once you give that skill name, automatically you will be able to use that skill within this folder. It is being written here itself in the console, and you're just trying to go ahead and give that skill here itself. So you can write a skill. How do you want it to work in this particular folder? You can specify an instruction skill here itself. So it's writing a recommendation PDF. Fine. So what we were able to see, if you can just make sense out of it right now, we were able to work through the folder. We were able to synthesize reports. We were able to create spreadsheets. We are even able to go ahead and do cross review. That is also possible. Any questions you have, you can just put it in the chat. If there is any error, you can see if there is any error. Because see, when it tries to create a document, it is going to install some softwares. Okay. So if that is here, you can see this is the vendor recommendation document that has come up. So just a minute. Okay. So here you can see a vendor recommendation document that has come up. You can just click show on folder. Here you can see I am here, vendor recommendation. And this is what it is able to go ahead and provide. It's giving me the information. Everything it is now, it's up to me whether I want to accept it or not. I can edit it, but it's giving me a very good starting point to be able to get started with the work. Okay, so if I want to go ahead and make sense with regard to this, I can even go ahead and make sense with that aspect. Okay, so we are able to go ahead and review the sample contracts. It has put it somewhere else. You know why? Because I have specified the skill here. So it has just put it in the incorrect space. I can just say, put it. I could have specified in the correct folder. It is putting it in the main folder, but that's okay. Let me just say that put it in the correct folder. It has put it in the main folder, but I want it to be a part of this. Now, can you see it is able to put the file in the correct folder? This is where it has put. Now, if you want to delete, maybe it has got two files here. You can see it has put it here, but it is reading the same thing. And if I come up here, you can see, I can see understanding Cowork. This is where it was not required. So why is it doing this way? You know, because Claude.md is where I wrote the things. Okay. Though, if you can see, this is where I have written the main instruction. If you remember Claude.md, it is available here, but it is reading through another folder, which is absolutely fine. Okay. Now, one more thing. I hope this is okay for all of you. And let us look into another aspect going forward now. And we have already looked into demos, right? Now, if you want to manage messy folder, I already told you the prompt, and the Claude is going to scan, categorize, create structure, move and rename, everything it is going to go ahead and do. And it is going to give you a ready, you can say polished output. Again, from source to deliverable, we looked into creating reports. Now we'll try to extract data in Excel, which we have already done, if you remember, from the snaps. Now I'm going to go ahead and create extract data in Excel from a proper, you can say, document. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'll just explain you. Extract data in Excel. So I've got some resumes here. I've got Adil, Faizan, Huzaifa. There are some resumes that I've been able to get. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here. Let me create a new task. Okay, I'll just remove this. Let me change it to create a new project. I'm going to say, I'll say use and import a project. I'll talk about project maybe going forward. Right now, let me just say choose a different folder. Okay, this is not a project right now. I'm just using the chat in the cover, but there is also an option of project which I'm going to highlight going forward. I hope that's okay. I'll talk about different aspects like schedule, live artifact, dispatch, customize going forward. I hope that's okay, everyone. Shall we proceed? Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Now let us try to make sense with respect to the chat only, but I'll talk about project because project is something which I want to have it repetitive. Okay. So if there is something that is repetitive, I can have it as a project to be very honest. Right now, I can even add a chat which is existing into a project. That is also fine. Now, what I'm going to do, I am going to select a folder. I'm going to go to Claude. I'm going to go to extract data in Excel and I'm going to select this resume folder. I'm going to say always allow right now. So this is where I am. Okay. I can shrink this to have more visibility if you want. So this is where I am right now. So this is the folder. Now what I'm going to do, I'll show you I've got some resumes. I am going to say, I want you to find who is suitable for a role in Claude Partner Network. Okay. Now check for requirement of Claude Partner Network from the website. From the web, give me the information based on their skill and final recommendation with percentage of uh, yes or no for them. If if not sure, I'll say anyone between skill level of 60 to 70. I'll just put it this way: 50 to 60% or maybe 65% probability do not recommend, keep them blank in the final column. Okay, this is what I'm saying right now. So I want you to find who's suitable for a role in Cloud Partner Network. Check for requirement for Cloud Partner Network from the web. Give me the information based on their skill and final recommendation with percentage of yes or no for them. And also a strict sheet wherein you explain the rubrics clearly and in precise manner. I want to know the rubrics. Anyone skill between the skill level of this to this probability, do not recommend them. Keep them in, keep them blank in the final call. This is what I'm saying. I'm using a very easy model. Like to be very honest, this is not. I'm not even using adaptive thinking right now. The more better. If you have a complex task, you want to iterate fast using more tokens, you can go for that aspect also. So I've got some information and I want to extract it in Excel, right? I'll say I need it in Excel. Okay. There. That's it. Okay. Let me just give it a try right now and see whether it progresses through a specific task. So I want you to find who's suitable. And one more thing that I wanted to highlight, if you want to disable, okay, you can disable connectors. Okay. I have got multiple connectors. You can disable the connectors. Absolutely possible. If you do not want to get it confused, you can specify. Where are the candidate profiles? I'll say files in my folder. Okay, which folder? There are two folders. I'll say extract data in Excel. That's it. It's trying to see where is the file. Let me scan your folder. It is searching the web also because it has the web access also, which is pretty good. Now it's seeing if you can see LinkedIn, it is saying join the Claude partner network, join partner network, everything it is checking out from Claude, from LinkedIn, from authentic sources. And it found 13 candidate resumes. Let them read. Let me read all of them now to extract the skill. This is really good. Okay, it saves a lot of time to be able to understand whom to take it forward and whom not to take it forward, right? So we are able to do a lot of manual tasks, and I'm not saying we are going to replace everything, but we can say that 70-80% of the tasks, monotonous tasks which were boring, can be taken care by AI. And then you can have a final review, maybe at the top, by the command in chief to be able to take a decision based on what has been specified. And how do you trust? You trust based on the rubrics, you trust based on iteration and the kind of skill that you have written. Okay, all depends upon that aspect, to be very honest. Right now, it is reading everything. It is trying to build the comparison. We'll just wait for some time. See, you can always read the script if you're interested. Okay, you can read the script. It is calling some packages and it is running a Python script. At the back end, it is running everything in the terminal. Okay. If you want, you can ask, where is your terminal? Okay, where are you executing? On my machine, where are, okay, sorry, you executing the scripts on my machine? Or do you have your own? We'll just ask this question, but before that, let us just complete this and then we'll see. It's actually creating an Excel. You can see it's creating an Excel and it is mounting a skill from here because there is a folder in there is some folder. Can you see it is session? Then it is going mount. If you can see, it is not my system. It's actually mounting it from its own system, to be very honest. But I'm not having any system wherein I have this kind of information, to be very honest. But it's opening sessions and then it is going into a folder, random folder. Then there is a mount. In that, there is a dot Claude wherein I have a skill. It's writing a script directly in that skill. And then it is going to output the information from there directly on your desktop. Anyone has any question? You can see it is writing the script, zero errors. So what happened, the script was being written in my local system. Can you see? From here, it was being copied to my local workshop, 3 Claude Partner Network scorecard. If I can just open, so it has been executed somewhere else. And now I will be able to see Claude Partner Network scorecard. It has been executed, to be very honest, somewhere else. I have not executed it. Okay. It's not running on my system. It's, you can say, instance that is there at the backend, which is executing everything and giving me a response. But apart from that, if you can see, it is giving all this information from the sources, everything. I'll just ask this question also. Can you see I have my own isolated Linux sandbox? It's a complete separate machine from your system. It read the file, took it to that sandbox, run the script, got a script output, and then processed it back to my system. This is what it has done. And now if I show you this, this is what it has been able to do. Rubric it used. I hope this is amazing. So for Rubric, it used AI/ML and generative AI expertise, LLM, cloud enterprise architecture, consulting, software engineering deployment, data engineering analytics, training, and knowledge transfer. Okay, everything, because it is partner network. And here it is giving me a rubric. with a score. So you can see no, 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 but there is a person for whom it has told yes. Okay, and for one more person it has told yes. And this is what I am able to get. Okay, and some that are blank. Recommendation, not recommended, and this is what we have in place. How do you find this, guys? I hope you are enjoying everyone. Is that okay, everyone? All right. Thank you. If you would like to ask something, I would really appreciate because monotonous cannot be something that we would like, right? And we all go into interviews, right? I know there are many people who are here who might be taking interviews also. It can be a very difficult task. If you have your own rubric, you can pass it. You can ask it to improve the rubrics, give you a detailed information to be able to go ahead and do the task for you. Let us look into another task. Okay, so this is what we were able to do right now. And this is pretty amazing for us. Okay, let us look into let us look into template presentation. So I want to build a slide deck. I want to build a slide deck on top of it. Okay. If I want, I can just ask it to. I want you see this. Okay. This will be amazing. You to build a slide deck. Okay. And use my uh, colors, logos. Okay. And color combinations to make it organization. I'm not use the template. Okay, just give me a minute. Now what I'm going to do, I'll come up here. I've got my own templates. Okay, I'll come to the desktop. I'll show you something. I've created everything to be very honest using AI. Even you can go ahead and create because you people are very knowledgeable, right? So let us look into the design tab for my company. I've got the team's background. Can you see? If I'm wearing a dark color, I can use a light background. If I'm wearing a light color, I can use a dark background. This is what I have created. Apart from that, I have got the design pack. I have got the profile photos for my logos, if you can see. I have got the profile photo of my logo in dark. I hope you all can see. And in different sizes, I have got. In 1080 pixel also I have got. Apart from that, if I go, I have also got it in light and different formats I have got. I've got it in light also. You can see it here. Okay. Apart from that, I have also got the SVG icon, which is actually required when we want to go ahead and do some work, right? So I have got the LinkedIn icons also. Okay. And I have got a lot of information. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this entire information, Gennoor Design Pack. Let me put it here. And I'm going to say, use this folder to design. So I'm coming up here, use slash, I can add files or I can just say use folders. I can see the folders. So I have a folder right now, which is, I just need to check that folder. So this is the folder, right? So I'll just say one thing, use Gennoor Pack design folder, subfolder, and also gennoor.com to design. And I'm going to do one thing rather than asking, I'll say do two things. Do two things. First, I'll say design the PPT templates for me so that I can use it over and over for any kind of tasks based on what I do. Check website to know what I do. And then I'll say, and then create a presentation for me using whatever is applicable in the template. Now, generally, I'm writing it on the go, but when I write a prompt or when you might be writing a prompt, you do take your time to write the prompt. Always take your time to write the prompt. That is the best thing. Here you can see the skills that were being used. Now I can use the best model to be very honest, but before that, what I would like to see is I'll just remove this aspect right now. I would like to see how many tokens do I have because I cannot use the entire thing. So I'll just come up here. Let me just go to the settings. This is something a problematic thing for me right now because I have utilized a lot of things going forward. So I have a lot of token. I hope you can see, and it is going to reset in 1 hour 30 minutes, 13 minutes, which is good enough time for me. Overall tokens that I have for this week is it is going to reset on 12:30 a.m. Sunday, which is great for me. Okay, but when I do task, rigorous task, or maybe iterative task, it does take up a lot of things. So now I'm pretty much confident, okay, that I can change the model. I think it should be, just give me a minute. I'm not sure why I'm not able to click. Okay, I cannot change the model between the tasks. Oof, okay, that's something. The model can't be changed between the tasks. Okay, I wanted to use that model. Okay, fine. Let us just use, and then I'll ask Claude uh, Opus 4.7 with an adaptive thinking to be able to reiterate the template. That's fine. Okay, I would like to get your feedback. What do you think, guys? I hope you are okay to use the chat. What do you think about the job role? Is it going to change dynamically after seeing what we are seeing on the screen, or is it still going to remain the same? And what do you think? Do we require an expertise in a particular domain, or do we need to be a multi-domain person right now? I would really like to have some information in the chat. Would really appreciate your honest responses. We have 24, 25 people throughout the session, right? If you would give your input, I would really appreciate it. Do you think the role is going to evolve? And do we need a person who is going to be an expert, or do we need a person who is going to be multi tasking kind of a person who can review a lot of things and get the work done? What do you think? Anyone? Hello. Do you want me to unmute you? If you want, I can do that also. Anyone would like to share something in the chat? I would really appreciate. Thank you. Does this automated flow share data outside premises? Stored facilities for processing and vectoring. How do we manage data? All right, I'll look into that. Thank you. Data security, to be very honest, uh, uh, when it comes to AI, there is always, when it comes to processing or vectorizing, you can use your entire, you can say your own system. But right now, what I'm trying to explain, to be very honest, is we are trying to explain something which is residing. If you use Cowork, it is residing within your system, Ardan. Okay. If you talk about Claude chat, to be very honest, it is something which you can use it for general purpose. Okay. Yes, Farhan, if you extensively use Outlook, you can go ahead and add an extension of Claude within the Outlook to be able to do the task for you. Absolutely. But you need to have M365 license account and you can use Outlook to be able to do the task for you. Absolutely possible. You can even, I'll show you if you're looking for that Outlook thing, I'll show you. Okay. By using connector, you can get that thing done. And when I'm talking about data being processed outside, to be very honest, when you're talking about Claude Cowork, it's residing within your system, to be very honest, whatever it is processing. Okay. And consultants with domain would be the future job role. Most of the generalist work would be handled by AI. Even I feel the same, to be very honest. It's writing a full template. If you can see, it's writing a JavaScript for me. I'm not even aware how do we write the JavaScript because I have never touched JavaScript apart from my first year of engineering. But now I'm able to get a template for a PowerPoint written in JavaScript. Okay. I'm using a Claude, so that's not the most powerful version also, but still You can see it's writing 18,000 plus characters for me to be able to build the template. So this is something I'll wait for this template presentation to happen. And then I'll show you something more which you were looking for, like a connector. We'll go through connector. Thank you, Adnan. Farhan, I'll get into your thing. General, thank you, VS. I'm not sure what's your full form. Thank you, VS. You won't believe organizations and leaders in the organizations are also going ahead and using Cloud Cowork, to be very honest. And they are trying to understand what you can say, the data security aspects, everything they are trying to go ahead and understand. Okay, with respect to their organization, they are taking sessions, to be very honest, to be able to make sense and then trying to understand if they can have it in their own confined environment. Okay, and what you can see, the Cloud Cowork running in their own confined environment, Cloud Code, Cloud Cowork, Cloud Chat, that can be something that can be helpful. The right tool for bank, financial organization, it's a challenge to implement. Absolutely, it's a challenge, but I took one of the session for Bank of Tanzania. I do remember they were interested to go ahead and use agentic AI with blockchain. Okay, so they did took session from me for agentic AI for 9 days, and on the last day they were interested to understand the integration of blockchain with agentic AI so that the process can be secured. So going forward, Zishan, I think integration of blockchain with AI can be the thing that can help to implement AI even in financial organization. But this is something which is subjective. I hope we are aware about blockchain also, right? Thank you. Anyone else would like to add something or maybe ask questions? I would really appreciate that. Thank you. So you can check bank, the the most premium bank that we have. Okay, they are actually writing articles on blockchain. You can check those articles. They have implemented AI agents using blockchain. Okay, at a particular you can say use case in that organization. You can find those articles. I have read it a year back. I think there must be a lot of advancement that must have occurred, but I didn't get the opportunity to work with them. So I was not able to look into that aspect more detail, but you can check. There are documents and researches that are being curated and created by them, okay, by the financial organizations. All right, this is almost going to be done. Now, if you want to create interactive HTML report, I already showed you, right? You can create an interactive HTML report just to show you, okay, one more thing I'm going to show you. I have this resource which is deployed on Azure, to be very honest. Everything is there on the Azure. I'm have a very small organization right now. I wanted to have a dashboard for everything. I'm not using any Power BI, anything. I have got a admin which is going to be authenticated via M365 credential. See, I know a little bit about infrastructure, but I'm not a pro in infrastructure. I was able to set it up this aspect, and here you can see I'm able to get all the information, analytics of my website, overview, traffic, insights, AI readiness page. I have created an AI readiness page, okay, wherein people are going ahead and taking some, what you can say, AI readiness report they are able to go ahead and do. You can check it out here somewhere. What is AI readiness? Even AI Academy who are using my AI Academy or seeing the AI Academy, you can see that information, communication that is happening. Everything what you can see here, emails that I'm sending, search engine optimization, if you want to check that out. Okay, everything you can see it here. Okay. Apart from that, if someone is making a booking by going into my website, book a call, I can reject it, accept it, everything from here. Here I can see the SEO, search engine optimization, indexing. How is the indexing happening from Bing, Google? So everything I was able to go ahead and do, set it up. 4 pages are indexed, 188 sitemap URLs, 174 index have been submitted to Bing. Okay. I'm using Index Now API to be able to index the things automatically. And this is where I'm setting up everything. So you can see we can set it up everything for a small scale business. Okay, to be very honest, without using any software. Even this video that we have on the screen right now, this is also
Innovate.
this is also
Build.
created using AI, to be very honest.
Today, I'm going to take you on a journey that I think will blow your mind. What happens when one Dated
everything that you
automatically.
have.
You can reply
This
to customers with beautiful branded emails.
So whatever you can see right now, everything is being created. Even the video uh, recording has been done by AI. I have not done. The speech has been created by AI. So what I'm trying to say, if you want to create this interactive HTML embedded in your web application, you can go ahead and do that. All right. Now let us just come back here again. It's almost done. It's a long process. Why is it taking a lot of time? Because it's trying to build two presentations. And this is amazing. Now I can use it for my future purpose, right? Almost done. It's running a script, a Python script to be able to get the task done for us. Now let us just come back. And so that is what I wanted to give you a brief with respect to how is AI being able to help us do the task autonomously and how to set up our, or maybe how to set up the business. I'll show you other aspects of connectors going forward. But before that, I wanted to take a break. But before that, just wanted to see whether this is executed. Once this is done, we'll try to go forward. Almost done. Just give it a minute. Almost done. It's reading everything, whether everything is in place or not, looking into the circles, the what you can say, the templates, or maybe the components that it might have created. It is trying to check everything. Template looks excellent. Two issues to be fixed. Agenda circle not rendering, and process timeline circle not rendering. Let it work it out. Okay. So what we can do, we can just take a quick breather. Is that okay? And we can come back in another 15 minutes to see the last part. Everyone is okay? I hope that's okay for all. All right. Thank you. Let me just set up a timer and see you back in another 15 minutes. All right. Hello, everyone. I hope you all are there. Shall we proceed? Shall we? All right. So there was a question from Pratik. I'll be very honest. I don't think I'll tell you what I'm working right now. I'm trying to create a small language model. Okay. Using Claude AI, a GPU machine I have bought. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. Sorry. All right. So what I'm saying, I have bought a GPU machine. I am using a Claude model directly, like Claude Code, to be very honest, I'm using because it gives me, I do not want API. I just want a Claude Code. I want a GPU machine which can help me build a small language model on top of my data, which can carry out the task related to my domain. So I want to create presentations. I want to create documents. I want to create invoices for submitting the invoices. And for that, I have got a GPU. I've got a Claude code installed on the GPU, and I'm asking Claude code to create a model, a machine learning model, or you can say a Gen AI small language model, which is going to do a specific task for me. And if that succeeds, I will be able to automate my process, almost 80% of the process, by using that small model, okay, which is going to run on my local GPU. Right now, I have a GPU machine which costs me around 1 to 1.5 lakh, right? So what I'm trying to say you is to do the machine learning and data analysis task or data engineering task, also I'm using AI. So AI will be there, but to be very honest, the most profound thing that will be there, according to me, is uh, product owner, product manager, product designer. People who can design product for themselves or maybe for the counterparts. This is what I think will be there. Skills are all relevant to people who can design products rather than people who are going to have the technology niche. Yes, technology is very important to be able to find bugs, but you are aware that the way it is advancing, you will be able to find that whatever is there in the document, you will be able to give it to the LLM and it can go ahead and do autonomous tasks for you. Okay. That is where my take is. And I don't know whether you agree or not, but this is what my take is. To be very honest, things are going to change. And this is where the things are. This is where I see the things, considering that I'm there in the market and the way the things are advancing. Now, I hope you are okay. Shall we proceed now, everyone? I hope you all are there. We have lots of things to do, and I can show you a lot of more things going forward. Shall we? All right. Okay. So let us just see what template has been created. Okay. So if I can just show you, I did create some templates. You can see a master template. I do not know what is there in this master template. There is some repair that is required. I'll just say okay. So let me just check. I can say, yeah, this is the template. There is some repair that is required, but this is the template that has been created. Okay, for me right now. And this is only specific to what I have specified. I can just say don't save. I can ask that there was an error. Let me open this. This is again looking for a repair. Maybe there are some shapes which are not in place. And this is accelerating AI adoption through enterprises, who we are, what we do, training programs, POC development, industry and clients, who we are. This is the information by the numbers. What do we do? There are some things that are out of line. This is why it was saying it needs to be repaired. So we can just ask AI to go ahead and do the task. Training programs, Azure AI Copilot, AWS. This is training formats that we have. Okay, POC development. Okay, then POC use case by domain, document intelligence, AI chatbots, predictive analytics, what I was saying right now. Okay, and process automation, technology stack, industry and clients, domain specific AI solutions we can provide where we operate, and we don't just train your team, we equip them to build and deploy AI that works in production for them directly. This is what we have got in place. Okay, so I was able to create, and there are lots of things that needs to be worked out because we know that there was a repair required. So we can just ask it that there was some issue with respect to maybe some of the components which you need to repair. So it can go ahead and look into that aspect. It will try to open, see the repair work, and try to go ahead and get the things done. This is absolutely possible. Now, let us look into, I think we are all okay with the feedback, right? Anyone would like to give any feedback so far? What you were able to learn, you can just let me know and I would really appreciate. You can put it in the chat, but since we had a discussion, that's fine. Now let us look into app automation. Okay. Claude inside the app. How does Claude work inside the application? Excel, Chrome, PowerPoint, everywhere you can have AI. Okay. Claude integrated, like how you have Copilot. I talking about Claude. To be very honest, I have used Copilot and I have used Claude, and I feel more mesmerized by the Claude agent. Now, when I say Claude, Claude models are not that are actually something others are not able to build. The agentic system that they have built, and if you remember the agentic system, I told memory, okay, LLM are important, okay, models are important, but apart from model, memory management, okay, and tools integration and being able to take actions, all these aspects are also very important when it comes to agentic system. So Claude as a model might be a great model. There are other models also which are equivalently good. If you check the benchmark, you will see GPT 5.5 is far better in benchmark condition when it comes to model accuracy. But when it comes to memory management, tool integration, action, as an agent, you will see the Claude agent, Claude desktop, as compared to ChatGPT desktop, is far more better and far more powerful because it is able to do those integration, memory management, and take actions far more better because at the back end, they have written some skills. Okay. Those skills are like human, you can consider AI skill similar to how we have human as a skill, right? Human has a skill. So I'm seeing the skills, the way the skills has been written and the way the optimization has happened of the platform makes the platform a standout platform, to be very honest. Now let us look into another thing, which is app automation. And when I'm talking about app automation, let me just explain you. You might have seen it in another systems also, but let me just explain you Claude in Excel. So I'm going to open, this is the Cowork registration that I got for my, what you can say, web workshop. These are the registration, these are the full emails. I'll not show you the email, really sorry. But you can see this is email, this is the country, time zone, role, company name, biggest workflow that they are carrying out, and when was it created. So I'm going to use Claude. If you do not see that option, what you can do, you can search for, I think we can go to, there is an option, right? I forgot where we can get applications. There is an option to add add-ins. Okay, we can go to add-ins, and from here we can add Claude. Once you're going to add Claude, it is going to ask you to sign in. So you need to sign in. So once you have signed in, you will be able to use Claude. Once I go to this Claude option here, I want to go ahead and do some work. I'm going to say, um, help me create a visualization which best suits my data. I'm just putting it here. And here also we have an option, accept all edits. This is the Opus model that I'm using right now. And it will look at the data and it will try to go ahead and create an optimization. Apart from that, I can just cancel and say create it on new spreadsheet. It will automatically take the previous instruction. What I'm trying to go ahead and do, I'm working with Claude in Excel. It takes a lot of token. This is where I consumed a lot of my token because I was doing it directly. So to be very honest, it does take a lot of token here. What you can do, you can ask it in the cover to be able to do the things for you. That is also possible, right? Now here it is saying allow once, allow always, or deny. I'll say dangerously allow always. And now it is going to go ahead and try to create meaningful visualization based on the registration that happened. So I can use it on my website, right? I can see daily registration. It's trying to spun up everything for me. And we can ask it to edit also. That's absolutely fine. You can see the number of registrations that we got per day. 9 distinct dates. Now the country breakdown, it is going to go ahead and do. So if you want to use Claude in any of the applications where it is supported, you can use that also. That's fine. It's also able to find if there is any error. Okay. If something was double counted, it is going to remove. It's saying 77 are the match source. Now it is trying to build the chart for us. If you want more information, you can ask it to have more information also. This is based on renderation of this side. So it's rendered from here itself. You can even render it from here. That's absolutely fine. And I can see a rendered chart directly available from. I can even change the chart type. That's absolutely fine. I can even use it. So basically, if I want to use Claude in Excel, can I use it? Absolutely, I can use it. I can even use it in the Claude code and ask it to go ahead and do the work for me. Okay. Apart from that, it is available not in Pro version. It is available in Max, Team, and Enterprise version. Apart from that, we have Claude in Chrome. Now, I'll just explain you Claude in Chrome right now. I'll open one of my browser. Maybe I'll open the Google Chrome. Let me open up this account of mine. Let me go to YouTube. Okay. Studio. I'm going to go to studio.youtube.com. Maybe I want to upload a video. So I'm just going to come up here. Okay. I'm going to select a file. Let me come up from here. I'll go to Claude Cowork and I'll show you what I'm trying to help you understand. So I have a Chrome. I'm going to upload this short video. If you want, we can play this video also. And I want to write the details for this video. Just see this.
3 words. 3 words. One team. We train your people in AI. We innovate with proof of concept builds. And we ship production agents across any domain. Gennoor Tech. Train, innovate, build.
Again, this was created using AI, to be very honest. I was able to create it using Claude Cowork. I was able to build this kind of a thing. And for this, I have written a short description using AI itself. So I told AI to look into the HTML and the voice and try to, whatever video was built before that, I had content, right? So I asked it to look into that content. And this is what it was able to go ahead and do. So if I can show you, it wrote a YouTube script for me, everything it wrote. And I told, look into my channel name, the GitHub link. I gave the LinkedIn profile, the GitHub profile. I told, give call to action to go to gennoor.com. I've written everything. So I'm just going to copy this. I want an assistant to be able to go ahead and do this task for me. So I want to upload a video. I'm just going to take this video, come up here. Okay. Now, within this, we have got something called as, we can see that we have an extension. Okay. So you can again go to the extension. You can search the extension from manage extension. This is the extension. I'm going to open up the extension. And rather than me writing anything, I'm just going to take the script and I'm going to put it here. So I'm using Claude in Chrome. You know, I was able to clear my certifications exam, some of the easiest certification exams directly using Claude in Code. How? Because I was able to use this, right? I can use Claude in Chrome to be able to do browser automation for me. So this browser automation is actually going to go ahead and do a lot of things for me. So it's saying, which file do you want me to tackle, first or second point? I think we have two. Let me just check which is this file. I think 16 seconds. Let me just check which is this file for 16 seconds. 1 second, Claude in Chrome.
3 words.
Yeah, 16 seconds. Yeah. So let me just come up here. Just going to put the information. It does not know the video, to be very honest, but it knows the script which has been written. And it's able to drop the file it is saying. Let me just paste the information here. Okay, it is a different file, to be very honest. It's this is the thing. 1 second. This is related to the file. Okay. LinkedIn caption also I gave. That's a problem. Let me just use this itself. Really sorry. Just give me a second. Okay. I do not want to write a script right now because it will take time, but we can give this video and ask it to write a script for us. That's absolutely fine. I'll say public visibility, or I'll say private visibility right now because I already have this video. So let us just ask it to get the work done for us. Actually, the script is having an issue. I need to specify the correct information. It's taking a screenshot right now. If you can see the orange, yeah. I hope you can see. It's happening automatically, taking control of our screen to be able to do the work. So basically, this is what I wanted to go ahead and do. And it does save a lot of time because I need not require to do the monotonous task right now. Everything is there in the script. Based on that, it is going to go ahead and do the details, video elements, initial check, timelines. If there is any that I want to specify, everything it will take care of it. Any relatable video that I want to add, I can specify that in the script and it should be able to take that. Right now, I'm just, if you can see the screen is in control right now and it is doing the navigation directly for us. So Claude in Chrome is very powerful when you want to go ahead and do a lot of tasks. Let me just do one thing. I'll just come to AI 103. Okay, let me just go for AI 103 from Microsoft. This is one of the exam from Microsoft, which is very famous when you want to go for AI engineer role. So let me just go to this exam. So this is the exam. So what I'm going to do, maybe I just want, this is not a self-paced exam, but maybe I want to go ahead and take a quiz on top of it. I can, like here you can see it is able to go ahead and do. Ready for the next shot whenever you are, it is already done. So it was able to do that aspect for us. I can just ask it to delete the group. That's absolutely fine. I can come up here. It's taking a little bit of time to be very honest. Controls. The page might be a little slow. So once this will be there, if there is any quiz on the page, I can ask it to directly take the quiz. To be very honest, I can ask it to fill the form. Maybe I have got a receipt and I'll take a screenshot. If I can come up here, you can see that we can even attach a file. We can add an image or take a screenshot. So we can add an image. We can add at least 20 images and we can ask it to go to the, what you can say. If you can see different types of images are supported, you can take a image, you can upload at least 20 images and ask it to go ahead and do the autonomous task for you. Maybe form filling or something you want it to go ahead and do, you can go ahead and do that also. Absolutely possible. All right. So right now it's not working because the page is taking a lot of time to load. But if there is any quiz that you want to take, you can take it up from here. All right. Apart from that, maybe I'll just show you. I had a Google search engine, if you can see, and I want to go ahead and do indexing of my pages. I'll say do indexing of the pages which are not indexed for Google search. And it will automatically go to the pages. It will scroll down. Right now it is on the page. Can you see? It's taking a screenshot of this page. Now it will check for indexing pages in the Google search. It sees that you are in the Google search console. Before I proceed, I want to flag indexing must be done for one URL. Each request indexing is an action. So it's asking me a question. Do you want me to proceed? I'll say proceed. I could have written the prompt that please do not ask me, get the work done, so that I'm not required to even come back here. Now you can see it is going to click on the multiple pages that I have. It's clicking on the page. Now it knows the next action is inspect URL because I've specified that I want to do indexing. So it knows the process of clicking on inspect URL. Now it is going to go ahead and click on request indexing, taking a screenshot. Now the work for which we need to hire people to be able to do indexing for multiple pages is automatically being taken care by Claude Chrome. Done. And it will keep on iterating. It will keep on iterating. It will again go back to the pages, click on the new page, and then go for indexing, request indexing, and get the things done. I hope you all can see, guys. Is that making sense to all? I hope that's okay. All right. So I'll just try to cancel this. I need to save the token. So right now you can see it is able to index the page for me. It might be live maybe in a day or two as per the Google policy once it is indexed. So this is something which I can automate using Claude Code. Any action that I want to take on the browser, I can automate it using Claude Chrome. So this is done. Similarly, you can do for others. I'll just cancel this and I'll click on delete Chrome. Now let me come back here. So we were able to see how can we use Claude in Excel, how can we use Claude in Chrome to be able to do a browser agent. This is a spreadsheet agent, and there is Claude in PowerPoint. It is not coming soon. It is already there. Okay, so I'll just show you how can we work with Claude in PowerPoint. So let me just come out of it. I'll go to Claude in PowerPoint and I'll show you there is one exam prep document that I have. This is my exam prep document, okay? AB 100, objective, exam scoring, official document sources to learn for the exam, how to register for the exam, skill measured in the exam, how to get started. So I am basically, this is an exam prep session that I am required to take for AB 100. I've got a small template of it wherein any module that I'm going to teach. So there are 11 modules. For the first module, for the exam prep, I'm giving the key concepts and topic overview. Then I'm giving best practices and cheat sheet if you want to remember something for the exam. And then I'm taking quizzes. Okay, this is the quiz. So if I can just play it for you, you will be able to make sense. What do we have here? So I am prepared. I already have a document for AB 100 exam prep session, which is an exam from Microsoft for Agentic AI Business Solution Architect. So I have the objective for the exam for the course. Then this is how the scoring happens for the exam, the tips and tricks that you need to remember for the exam. Then online role-based training resources that you can use to study for the exam. How to register for the exam, that information is also there in the screenshot. Then these are the skills measured in the exam. And let's get started with the exam prep now. So for the exam prep, I've specified there are 11 modules. Let us start with the first module. This is the key concept that we are actually discussed in the main course. This is just an overview. And this is the best practices that you need to follow for this module. And these are some questions. One, two, this has been given by Microsoft. One, two, this is how you have. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use, okay, Claude in PowerPoint. Again, you can add in, and then you can sign in, and then you can use. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you, I can come up. I'll just go to maybe, I'm just showing you something. I want to create a presentation template using Claude in PowerPoint. So let me just search for Microsoft new course, which is AI 103. So let me just search for AI 103 from Microsoft. Okay. So I'll just say AI 102 MS Learn. That's also fine. So this is the course that I'm talking about. Okay. So I have this course now. Okay, this is actually retired. So I need to check for AI 103. This is fine. But suppose this is the course that we have. Okay. Now, if I'm not sure why is it taking so much time to load the page. Okay. So let me just do one thing right now. Since it is taking time, let me just show you something which can be helpful. So I'm going to say this is my module number 2. Let me just show. And I want to create a proper, I'll say this is module 2 for AB 100. Let me just say create same as you did for module 1. Okay. Okay, I'll just copy this. I'm putting the exact template here. This is very important. If you do not put a template, it will put itself into trouble. So right now you can use a model of your choice. I'll just click on yes. So I'm saying this is the module. This is the link which will take you to the module. Now it is going to go to the link. First, it will understand the style. If you see, it's understanding the style of module one. Then it is going to replicate the exact style. It's reading all the slides. It's reading the slide up to 17. So 4 plus 13 is 17 slide it has read. After reading the slide content, now it is going to try to replicate that aspect. Now you can see it has the full pattern. Let me fetch the module 2 content from the MS Learn. Now it is going to the MS Learn, Microsoft Learn via this link to fetch the content. After fetching the content, it is going to go ahead and it is fetching the content. Once the content has been fetched, it is automatically going to create the presentation and you can see the things in action. I'll just keep my cursor and you can just see the things. So I was able to create around 200 plus slides yesterday, working for 4 hours, and mainly working for 4 hours means giving a template and getting the work done. And was working on some another task, but it took around 4 hours, and I had to invest around 15 minutes to get the task done. And now you can see it is creating module number two, section divider. Then it is going to create a summary title. It will not create those exam prep slides. It will only create what is copied as compared to module number one. Okay. And I really find it very interesting and very time saving to be able to do the monotonous tasks for me. I hope that's okay for all. We can just wait. Once it is done, we can review. Okay. I'll sit, we'll sit and watch. For the initial set of time, it will take time, but after that, it will automatically make sense and try to replicate. So it's saying Claude wants to add module two. I will say yes, always allow. I hope you can see. Guys, I hope that makes sense to all. You can reply in the chat if you are able to make sense. For the initial first instance, it will take time, but now you can see the content popping up. I hope you all can see, guys. I hope that makes sense. It's writing everything within the preferred document using the preferred style. Okay, you can see everything popping up in the similar way. Once it is going to iterate, it will remember the skill and it is going to do it for the next module automatically. So it's this is how the things will function. If you want me to play, I can just show you what is happening right now. This is exact same what was being created earlier. It will also create multi-choice. So you can see summary one content, summary two content. Similarly, you can see for module two, summary one content and summary two. And this is absolutely different and it has been taken from the document. It's doing the things on its own. Is that making sense? Shall we proceed with the next part? All right. So to be very honest, I wanted to show, I'll just keep this running because it is going to go ahead and fix the information. And once it knows the skill, it will automatically be able to iterate. Now, let me show you something related to uh, what I can say, something related to maybe lead generation if you want to understand. Or maybe if you want to read the Outlook email, okay, something similar to that. Let us just work with that also. So maybe I'll come up here. Let me open that option. Let me create a project, or maybe I'll create a new task right now. Okay. And maybe in this task, I'm going to create a connector, connect to a connector. I'll disable all the connectors. I'll just show you what do I have in place. So I have M365 connector, and I'm going to use this connector only right now to be able to. I also have Claude in Chrome, so I can work with Claude in Chrome directly from here also. Okay, so there are multiple connectors. Power BI connector is also there, which can do data analytics. So I'm okay with file system. If I want to search for LinkedIn, I can use LinkedIn. If I want to do browser control, I can use Playwright, which is okay. So I'm using all those important connectors that I needed. Okay. Now from this, what do I want to give access? So if you remember from this one, if you remember M365, I have OneDrive, SharePoint side. What do I want to give access to? So if I want to give access to a typical information, I can give. From here also, you can see I've got a lot of information here. Any information that I want to give an access, I can give access. Okay. So maybe there is some information, synthetic data generation, some document. If I want to give access, I can give access to that also. Okay. If I want to delete the connector, I can go to manage to delete the connector. Right now, what I'm going to do, I've just created file, system, Windows, and M365. Now I'm going to say, check my email and tell me action steps that I need to take, okay, on emails from last 1 day. I'm just going to ask this question. So I'm asking, check my email and tell me action steps that I need to take on emails from last Monday. This is what I'm saying right now. It is going to search automatically because I've only given this connector. It will not give me option. It will automatically look for Outlook. It is saying there was undeliverable email to Josefa. Then you have got DMARC report for Gennoor.com. No actions are needed. 10 workshops acceptance were received. Joshua asked if the workshop had started on a personal email. Weekly PIM digest from Microsoft. You can see everything directly from here. So I can just show you. It is actually connected to this email here itself. And it is giving me the information of DMARC. Joshua had asked an information, and to whom the email failed, that information is also being specified. So you can see the workshop is attended with 14 confirmations, and luckily we have 14 right now in the session. Okay, fine. Fixing Josefa's email address and deciding on the Copilot Studio trial. These are the two things that you need to check. So I have a Copilot Studio trial. I'll say, help me draft an email to Microsoft related to Copilot Studio. And I'm going to say use Windows. Sometimes it requires to be specified MCP server and file. This is fine. Okay. To draft an email in my inbox. Do not send. Okay. I'll say if you do not know the email address, do not know the email address of whom to send, keep it blank. I'm adding one more. So let us just see. It's you can see M365 and Windows are being connected right now. I can see the desktop. Let me open the Outlook to draft a mail. This is amazing. Okay. I can send an email directly from here to people. It's taking a Windows MCP is like it's taking a screenshot, like how the screenshot was being taken within the Chrome browser. It's taking similar kind of screenshot. If there is any error in the location while taking the screenshot, it will try to. Let me try to use the launch app tool. Wonderful. I hope you all can see. It's working automatically. Clicking on new email. I hope you can see everyone. This is happening automatically on my system using Windows MCP. So maybe I'm busy in some task. I can automate it, get the things drafted, maybe look into multiple meetings, and then try to write an email. It will also check whether the email is going. Yeah, that's fine. I could have told that please check the from email address also. It's not going to send, it is just going to save it as a draft. I hope that's okay. In the to field, you need to end. I can say, did you check from? I could have specified at the start itself. Okay, the from option, if it is correct or not. It's going to open up again. Check the from option. Though I can change it, but I'm just asking it to check. I can clearly see it should be from admin@gennoor.com. It was going from lost space. So now it is going to make a change. Since I'm seeing the screen, I cannot push it down because both are running simultaneously on my system. So it will automatically try to make sense. But the backend, the instructions are running. All right. So to be very honest, I hope you can see we can draft email, we can read write operation, everything directly using a Claude. Okay, absolutely possible. You can even schedule a task. That is also possible. Right now, I'm running it manually, but we can even schedule this kind of a task. I just close this right now. This is fine. But here you can see I need to specify from which email do I need to send. Okay, that's absolutely fine. We could have specified at the instruction in the instruction or maybe at the start. Okay, now let me just show you one more thing in within this. So this is what I wanted to show with regards to, and here you can see, okay, no verified overlaps, nothing. If I can just see, this is what has been created. I've also wanted to create a quiz, but I think it missed out on creating the quiz. I could have specified that create the quiz also, but that's okay. Let me just cancel this. Don't save. That's okay. Now let me just come back here. So we are able to see a lot of things. We have seen Cowork, PPT creation, Chrome, Excel. Now we'll look into the last aspect, which is schedule flow. Okay. Before we go into schedule flow, wherein we can look into recurring task and Claude connectors. Okay. I have already showed you Claude connector. I'll show you more connectors. Uh, Before that, I have one single request from all of you. If you can just give me a review, that would really be nice with regard to the session. You need to sign in to take a review. I'll share the link before we go ahead and complete the last part. Is that okay? If you can give me a review, you need to sign in with your Google account to go to Trustpilot because we use Trustpilot to be able to get feedback. If you like the session and if you would like to give me a thumbs up with regard to not me, but to the organization, I would recommend. If you like the training that was being provided, I would really request you to please share your feedback right now and then we'll take it ahead. Is that okay, everyone? Is that okay, guys? If you can give your feedback, that would really be kind of you. I'll wait maybe for some time, maybe 3 to 4 minutes. You can take your time, but don't give it to me. Please give it to the organization. That's far more important. Once the session is done, I will be sharing one credential information that you can directly paste it on LinkedIn also if you want for taking this workshop. That can be live directly on our website, okay, wherein you can test the credential of taking this workshop. I'll also share the content with you, whatever has been created apart from the what you can say, the presentation as well as the content that was being curated. And I'll also share the recording access with all of you. Okay. Kindly please take your feedback. And once you're done, do let me know. I would really appreciate that. Thank you. We'll wait for maybe 3 to 4 minutes and then we'll take it ahead. You need to sign in, guys. Do remember you need to sign in because this is more like an authentic feedback that needs to be taken. So if you can take it, that would really be beneficial for me going forward. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, if you're done with the feedback, can you just let me know in the chat? I would really appreciate, please. Those who are there, I would really appreciate you to please take the feedback. Thank you, Zishan. Others, please confirm. This is really important. Nothing more than an ask for me to get this thing. Thank you, Simon. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, Farhan. Thank you so much. Nothing more than this. If you want more sessions going forward at any point of time, you can always connect. I'll surely assist you because the reason for taking this session is just to let people know that what is right now happening in the space of AI, wherein I am able to take advantage of this privileged tool. So I would really appreciate you also to look beyond whatever you might be doing so that you can also get forward. And whatever you might be doing, you can do it more efficiently as per whatever I know. Okay, so you can take that thing forward. That is one of the motive for this, what you can say, workshop. And I'm pretty sure that I'll be taking it more going forward, maybe at a higher scale if I can, but right now, since we had around 10 days to plan it, so that's what we were able to do. But I hope you liked, and we'll be able to see a lot of more things going forward right now. Thank you. Thank you, Farhan. All right. Others, if you can just confirm if you're able to give the feedback, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. Others, just type a little bit in the chat. That is okay. More than enough. Thank you. That's nice. Thank you. Shall we proceed? Others, if you have given the feedback, shall I? All right. Let me take you through the last leg. There are lots of things, to be very honest, that I have been doing, but I wanted to show you something very interesting, which can blow your mind, to be very honest, if you're looking into business things. So I'll go to this, okay, and I'll go to something called as sales and marketing, okay. Under this, if I scroll down, I do not remember the name was Vibe, okay. Find companies and contact data of the people that are working in the company. This is something that can be amazing. So I'll click on this Vibe. The moment you go to Vibe, you need to give permission to access this Vibe. So I'll just say Claude is trying to access your Vibe. So here you need to write, okay, I'll just go to Google account. Let me use any Google account I can use, right? So I don't know which one have I used earlier. So let me just use this Gennoor Tech social media at the Gennoor Tech. This is signing into Exploring, which is the company for this Vibe prospect application. So now you know what I'm going to do. I'll just show you what is possible right now. So I've just configured a Vibe. This is okay. This is related to some another server. But now if I go down here, you can see I've got a Vibe prospect, which is there. I'll click on configure of this Vibe prospect. Here you can see it can actually estimate cost. If you can see there are some read-only tools, I'll allow all the tools right now. If I go down, this can write the information also. I'm going to allow, I only want to read, but if I want to fetch prospect events, I want to get business events, I want to export it to CSV. So these are all the functions that are available in the Vibe. I've already connected to Vibe. Now, the first thing that I need to go is I'll go to Vibe again, Vibe prospecting, and I need to have the amount, okay, to be able to use this. So I'll go to Vibe prospect. And if I go to Vibe prospecting, I'll click on vibeprospecting.ai. Here I need to log in. Let me use that same account. And here you need to have a credential. So to be very honest, $400 is more than enough for you to find the context. Okay. 400 rupees, I think they provide. Let us just log in and wait for it to show up. So right now I do not have any credit. Yeah, I have 82 out of 400, but this is pretty less. So this is what I already have. So what I'm going to do, I'll not use this account. I'll try to use an account where I'll get a full blown 400 rupee credential. So let me just log out. So if that is the case, let me just come out from here also. I want to show you an end-to-end process. So let me just remove this. Let me come up here. I'll go to continue with Google. Let me use any other account of mine, maybe this one. I hope I'm logged in into this account. Let me click on continue. There is a reason why I'm doing this from this account. So I am going to get 400 out of 400 credits. Hopefully, yeah, this is amazing. I'll skip. Now, what I'm going to do, this is going to expire, right? Now, I want to use it for my purpose. So, what is my purpose? I'll try to find. Okay, this is fine. Now, here you can see I can do a lot of things, but here I need to type. Then it will research everything for me. Then I need to go ahead and work with everything, right? Rather than that, I will use this connector to be able to give me the information in natural language. See, when you search for a product, I hope you all know when you go to Amazon, when you go to Amazon.com, when you search for a product, maybe laptop, it does not return you the laptop information in natural language. It only returns the result, right? I do not want the result. I want the information in a natural language. I just don't want the result. Similar thing happens in white prospect. So rather than using the white prospect, what I'm going to do, I will connect white prospect here so that I can get the result returned in a natural language. I'm going to click on install. I'm going to install white prospecting. This is one of the tool that I'm talking about. Okay. So I've just installed. Now I'm going to click on plus. Now I'm going to sign in with that same account that I told you right now. So I'm logged in into that. Now it can open profiles and everything for me. Now this is fine. Now I'm going to come up. I can go do it from anywhere, but I'm going to do it in my project of Cowork because I want to get the data accumulated in a proper manner. So I'm going to go to this new, I can create a project also. That's fine. But right now that's okay. Let me allow access. Let me come back here. So here I am going to create a empty folder. I am going to say prospects for AI training, organization, prospects for AI training. Let me click on select folder. Let me click on always allow. Let me come up here. And let me use the mic. I want you to help me find. I want you to help me find people who are interested into AI training, be it from non-technical background. I'm open to that. You know my website is gennoor.com. Okay, I'll not prefer this. The mic is not that good. Okay. And based on that, I want to train and do AI enablement in organizations. Help me find the most suitable leads. I want small, medium business only. That's it. All right. So I have not provided any skill as such, but I'm just giving it a connector. If you remember, if you see, it should have a connector. I'll just check whether it has white prospecting. I should not provide anything, but if I want to write a report or maybe a document, an Excel and a PDF or maybe a Word document report, create. Okay, it's saying all industries or professional service, retail. This is amazing. I hope you all can see. I'll say all industries. Maybe I'll say healthcare, retail, e-commerce. Where should we go, guys? Can anyone help me out? What should be our interest? If we are using, we'll use it more professionally, right? Can anyone tell me? You can use the chat to just let me know. Be quick, please. What target industry should we use for AI training? Professional service? Don't you think professional service? Uh, Anyone else? I would recommend e-commerce. I would recommend healthcare and wellness. AI training for them. Maybe this is the place where people are not going. Retail and e-commerce, I'm not sure. I'm marketing. Okay, we can type something else. Yeah, marketing is something that we can try now. I will say something else. I'll say uh, what I can say. HR. HR is there for everywhere, every people. Like I'll say, not professional service. Banking, no, I don't think Farhan people will go for banking. So I would say, which sector do I need to train people for using Claude Cowork? I think I would recommend retail and e-commerce. I think it will be a good bet. Let us just go. Which country? I'll say India and UAE and Saudi. Okay. I'll prefer to India. I don't prefer people will give me good amount, but let us see suit. Whom do you want to target? HR, operation. I can select. I think C suite will be better, but they don't have time. HR people are very idle, to be very honest. L&D are also something that I can target. IT tech lead are not interested. So let me just put this. This is it. Now, what I'm trying to tell you is I'm using a free account, okay? But it is going to do a research. And now I'm going to say, give me in proper Excel and also generate a report on how to push them our trading end-to-end process. I'm just putting it in a layman term, okay? But right now you can see what it is going to provide me is something that can be really amazing. It is going to look into vibe, try to find people who are into this job with their contact detail, everything in a proper Excel. I'll say I need raw as well as clean Excel because it is going to give me raw data, okay, in an Excel. So I'll say raw as well as clean Excel. That's it. Just wait for the magic to happen. And once this magic happens, you will be able to see a lot of things. So let us just look into this aspect going forward. So I'm just connecting one connector, getting it done on my local system without worrying about too many things. This is something that I really found it interesting. I'll get both raw and clean Excel file plus a full report. Let me fetch the prospect. You could have written more better, to be very honest, but now you can make sense. Now it is running a tool, fetch entity. So here you can see it is writing whatever you would have written. Find SMB leads, then it is fetching those entities. You can see the results in India, UAE, Saudi Arabia. Okay, L&D decision makers. Then it is trying to fetch result again from here, prospects. Okay, it is trying to fetch it twice maybe. And this is what it is going to do. Done. 50 quality prospects found across India, UAE, and Saudi Arabia. Let me export the data and simultaneously start building Excel and report. This is amazing. And the best part is we are not just searching, we are creating our own documents based on our prompts, and then we are good to go. And this is where I feel a lot of change is happening, to be very honest. I'm myself worried about the industry of training, also, to be very honest. It's a worrisome factor, but this is where we need to keep on evolving because we can't stick to a skill right now. We need to be multidimensional and we need to accept the fact that things are moving relatively faster. Because if someone can do this task, why will people acquire, especially for small, medium scale? I don't think there is a lot of requirement, okay, to be able to. Because if it can do 80% of the work, then I think it's more than enough. And I've not, I think I've selected a folder, right? Which is the folder organization prospect for AI training. Data downloaded. Let me click on this. Data downloaded. Okay, it's getting here. Just give it a minute. And it's building the strategy report all at once. Excel files and strategy report. Now, this is one of the connector. And the best part about this connector, you can use the same connector in Claude Code or Claude chat also. But the way it writes the report, if you already have some data and if you want to rerun on this prospect, okay, or maybe on some connectors, combine multiple connectors, maybe check your Gmail, find the information on your Gmail, match it with the white prospect, okay, maybe check your Google Drive, what kind of work do you carry out, the kind of trainings that I carry out, and then try to match the white prospect, okay, that can be something that can be very beneficial. So we're just waiting for it to get it done. There's some error with respect to node package manager, which it is automatically going to resolve on its own. Done. Almost done. It's writing the report also for us. Let us just see whether the things are done. It's almost. We just need to wait. I'll just wait rather than taking your time. How do you find this, everyone? If you would like to let me know in the chat, I would really appreciate. So there are many tools with respect to business that you can find, which we may not even be aware. And this is where we can actually accelerate into a lot of things going forward. All right. So we were looking into this, right? There is also schedule flow, which I was not able to cover. We can even get a schedule flow. Maybe I want to check every Monday morning, I want to check an email and I want to get a draft every Monday morning at 7:30. That is also possible, but for that I just need to wait. We can schedule. We can even dispatch to mobile. We can even do customization. A lot. We can build a project. There are lots of things that I would like to carry out. Maybe you can also check it out. Okay. Which we can do, but there are some aspects that were important that you would have been able to find, and we'll just wait for this output to come up. That's it. It would be great if we can just see the output. What will be the what? No, see, it's not about tool. Okay, I'll put it this way: this is a company which is giving you good prospects. Okay, everyone will use the prospect. What I'm trying to say, even now, people are doing cold calling, right, Adnan? People are doing cold calling. People are doing sending email. Now, via white prospect, I'm just giving example. I'm able to search authentic lead, and I'll show you the kind of lead that it is going to generate. I'm going to find authentic lead, and that is where I can pitch the business. See, everyone wants to grow. The people who are going to stand, you can say, tall in the race are people who are going to go ahead and survive. This is what my feel is. Everyone wants business. Everyone wants to do. If you don't want to do, your organization wants to do business on your behalf. Simple as that. Okay. So everyone wants to do business. Right now, I've left the job, right? So I feel like every opportunity for me is very important. So I would like to utilize the AI to the best of the ability so that I can build a business, you can say leads that are really interested to do AI training with me. You're getting my point? So everyone will have prospective, unique proposition to stand out. That's absolutely fine. You can create your own tools also. Now here you can see I've got some information. I hope that answers. Is that okay? It depends upon what's your vision. I'll just show you the clean lead right now. Can you see these are the leads that we have got from different companies? Okay, different companies like Review, Hots, Hosky. These are the leads. These are the LinkedIn profiles. These are the top skill. Everything I've been able to get. Okay, and these are the top 50 that I was able to fetch. High, medium, low, it is able to give me the LinkedIn profile. If you want to check if this is a legitimate LinkedIn profile, let us just copy. Let us verify. Now I want to connect to people. Can I connect to this person? Absolutely, I can connect. It's easy for me to connect also, right? Now I have the profile. It's easy for me to connect to people from different industry. If you want to see how do I pitch, I can create a customized email for all of them. Gennoor AI training. This is what I'm able to get. Everything I'm able to get. Okay, how to outreach. I've got a proper marketing email right now. I hope that makes sense to all. Is that okay? All right. All right. So that's it from my end, guys. I hope you liked. If there is something that you would like to share, you can let me know. Please do fill the feedback. I would really appreciate that. Please do fill the feedback. Okay. And I hope it was valuable. It's been 5, 6 years, right? I've left the college, right? I was working in a college. I think many of my people know me here. Thank you so much for connecting. Okay. And it's been a wonderful journey changing from mechanical to being into IT and now handling a company on my own, doing my stuff. So I would really recommend all of you to try this out for yourself. If you would like to collaborate with me going forward in future, I would really appreciate you. And I would really respect that thing going forward if you want to collaborate in any sense going forward. All right. Okay. Please do give the feedback. I would really appreciate you to please give the feedback. You write as much as you want, and that would really be nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Prateek. Thank you, Farhan. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Zishan. Guys, we need team, right? We need people who are ready to work. And if you're interested, do let me know. I would really be happy to work along with you because right now I am not working. If you are working, that's absolutely fine. But if you would like to connect, or maybe if your organization wants to connect, maybe we can do set up something that would really be nice. All right. Thank you. I'll share the recording and thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Bye bye.